Hi, welcome back to my class. Today we'll be studying the concept number 2, that is the larynx. What? That is the larynx, which is known as the Swasa Yantra. And this will be asked mainly for 5 marks or 10 marks or 1 MCQs will be asked from this concept. So important, just concentrate. I will be telling very important points or which are needed, not fully unnecessary. And if you write this much, you will aramse get out or minimum 2 to deduction of 2 to 3 marks. You'll get good nice marks in the exam. And which all diagrams I'll say, please draw those diagrams in the exam. Okay, we'll move on to the concept, that is larynx. In Sanskrit it is known as the Swasya Yantra. So it is also called as a voice box. We already know that. Above the trachea and forms the laryngotracheal junction. It is situated in the interior neck of the above the trachea, that is present trachea, no, above trachea. First comes pharynx, next comes pharynx, next comes larynx. Below the larynx, that comes the trachea. So it is present above the trachea, and forms the laryngotracheal junction. So it extends from root of the tongue. From there it extends upper part of the trachea. From tongue to it extends down to the trachea, this much. Next, anatomical positions. It is situated in the C3 to C6 vertebra. Length in male will be 4.5 cm and female will be 3.5 cm. Next, structure of the larynx. In framework, it is a framework cartilage. These cartilages are joined together by the ligaments and membrane. So mainly larynx, what is there now? Mainly larynx, what is there now? See, consider this as the larynx. This is fully made up of the cartilage. What? It is fully made up of the cartilage. So these cartilages are mainly 6. Among 6, 3 are paired, and among another 3 are the unpaired. This is the most important MCQs questions what they will ask in exams. So cartilages of the larynx are 9. I said 9. 9, and 3 are paired means 3 plus 3. 3 are unpaired means 3. So 3 plus 6 and 3 together becomes 9 cartilage. So unpaired cartilages are thyroid, epiglottis and cricoid, and paired cartilages are arytenoid, coccygeal, cuneiform. These are the paired and unpaired cartilages, which is very important. They'll ask MCQs fix from these cartilages questions only. We'll move on to the each of the cartilages. Inside the larynx space is known as the laryngeal space. This point is the third point. You can write as the space which is present here. Now you can observe some space now. That is known as the laryngeal space. So we'll move on to the each of the cartilage. First one is the thyroid cartilage. What? Here it is there. No? Thyroid cartilage will be the first one cartilage. It is made up of the right and left two lamina, which are fused anteriorly together by angle of 90 degree and 120 degree. It makes anterior larynge of prominence. The posterior borders of the thyroid cartilages are free. See, I will suggest you one image. So, imagine that and study this. Thyroid cartilage we are studying now. Well, it is made up of the right and left. That is right and left from lamina it is made. So these two are the thyroid cartilage that is present right and left lamina. It makes anteriorly laryngeal prominence, means anteriorly laryngeal prominence. Upper part anteriorly it is prominent, so it is like a dome shaped, and posteriorly borders of the thyroid cartilage are free. So posterior is free, so it is not connected. Anteriorly dome shaped, it is connected. Superiorly thyroid cartilage is attached to the hyoid bone. Now see, if it is larynx comes here, and above the larynx that comes the pharynx, and if it is pharynx, here comes the sphenoid bone. Sorry, hyoid bone, not sphenoid. Hyoid bone that is connected. It is MCQs. Which bone is connected to the Larynx means hyoid bone. This much you understood, no? What is structures and how it is arranged thyroid cartilage. Next we'll move on to the cricoid cartilage. It is a ring-like structure. Just remember this name. Cricoid cartilage is ring-like structure, and epiglottis cartilage is the leaf-like structure. Epiglottis, that is the leaf-like structure. Epiglottis will be leaf-like. Leaf. Cricoid circle, CRI circle, ring-like ring. Upper parts are free behind the hyoid bone and tongue, and it attaches to tongue. Means epiglottis is attached to tongue by glossoepiglottis fold. Glossoepiglottis fold, it is attached to the tongue. Next one is the arytenoid cartilage, and it is the pyramidal shaped cartilage. These are this much you write, pyramidal shaped cartilage. If you write this much also, aram se you can get passed in the exam. Instead of learning this all in the end point, just write this much. Pyramid shaped cartilage and cortical cartilage, these are the two small conicular node like structures attached to arytenoid cartilage. That means this arytenoid is the paired. Last one is the paired. So arytenoid A is there, no? A, that means pyramid shape. Next one is the coriculated structure. So it will be the conical, conical like. Cuneiform, that is rod shaped structure. These two are the, write these all 9 cartilages and their structure. That is much more enough to get pass in the exam. I am saying, if you want more information, there are many videos in the YouTube. Please go and check. I am just saying for the to get pass for the exam. Next, histology of the cartilage means what are the cells, what are the structures that is present in the cartilage. You can directly write the it is the arytenoid. These are made up of the elastic cartilage, which is important. Almost all the cartilages are made up of the elastic cartilage and the hyaline cartilage. And if you want clearly, you can write thyroid, cricoid and basal parts of the arytenoid cartilages are made of the hyaline cartilage, epiglottis, coricinoids and cuneiform. That means epiglottis, coricinoid and cuneiform, these three are made up from the elastic cartilage, and thyroid, arytenoid and the cricoid is made up of the hyaline cartilage in detail, or else you can just write these 9 cartilages are made up from the hyaline cartilages and the elastic cartilages. That much is important. Next, muscles of the larynx. In Viva, for my Viva, examiner have asked this, which is important, and many of the exams or anything, they'll ask this muscles of the pharynx, which is very important. So what are muscles? Cricothyroid, posterior cricothyroid, lateral cricothyroid, transverse arytenoid, oblique arytenoid, thyroarytenoid. It is easy, just remember cricothyroid and then write posterior and lateral, and next remember arytenoid, then write transverse, oblique and thyroarytenoid. This much is important. Next we'll move on to the arterial supply and the nerve supply of the larynx. So arterial supply, that means the blood supply. Blood supply of the larynx includes the two blood supply. That superior, it is supplied by the laryngeal artery, branch of superior thyroid artery. You can just write laryngeal artery. And below also inferior laryngeal artery. Superior, it is above the vocal cords, it's supplied by the superior laryngeal artery. Below the vocal cords, it is supplied by inferior laryngeal artery. And nerve supply is also 2 types, and up to the level of the vocal cords, it is supplied by the internal laryngeal nerve. Below the level of the vocal cords, it is supplied by recurrent laryngeal nerve. So as we are studying larynx, so blood supply will be the same, laryngeal, superior laryngeal artery, inferior laryngeal artery, and nerve supply is also internal laryngeal nerve and recurrent laryngeal nerve. And clinical notes for these two will be, don't forget to write clinical notes, because almost they will provide 2 to 3 marks for this clinical notes. So injury of the external laryngeal nerve can recurrent laryngeal nerve causes speech disturbance. Means it just right, if the damage in the external laryngeal nerve causes the speech disturbance. Infection of the laryngeum is called as a laryngitis, which is, you can, it causes the hoarseness of the voice, means voice will not be clear. This much will be the clinical notes. Larynx definition, importance, and which is written in the exam. You can just go through this diagram or any good diagrams you get in the Google, search for them and draw those diagrams. And if you like my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. It takes more effort for me to create videos for you in this much big busy schedule. Consider that effort and support me. Thank you so much.